speaking. So joining us now from Virginia is John Schweppe. He's the Director of Policy at the American Principles Project, which is a conservative 501 think tank. So he's going to come at it from that point of view. So you heard Dr. Franklin. Do you agree with his assessment?
Yeah, I think, based on what we've seen, and we're a super PAC too, so we spend, quite a bit in these elections. We anticipate that Kamala is going to get a little bit of a bump here, just because you're going to see the media, entertainment, donors, everybody kind of going towards her. But ultimately, when you look at it, she's got an oppo file that's so long it honestly rivals the works of Leo Tolstoy. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous.
It's long. But here's why that might not matter. More and more, I see that voters are not engaged in policy. They know what the groceries cost. They know what the gasoline costs. They know what their insurance rates are. But they don't pay attention that much to, the micro political stuff that you do, that your foundation does. And yeah, you got an oppo file on Kamala Harris like that. If I were interviewing Kamala Harris, how do you think that would come out? Okay. But Kamala Harris is not going to submit herself to anybody like me.
Right.
She's going to do exactly what Biden did, stay away from any tough questioning. So the oppo file, I don't know if that's going to be that effective.
Well, it's all about narrative building. And, the Trump campaign this time around, you got to give them credit. They've raised a lot of money, right? You have Elon Musk giving $45 million a month or something like that. So, I think it's going to be key that they message in a way that really communicates to voters that she's this kind of out of touch elite. And, I would say that Trump picking J.D. Vance, they're really leaning into messaging to the forgotten men and women of this country, the working class. So I think you're going to be able to create this narrative. And, ultimately, it does come down to likability too, Bill. I mean, I think, she's not really somebody that I think working class people are really looking to get a beer with. And I think that's going to impact her. So we'll see. They're going to try to, paint her in a way that makes her look like this appealing candidate. But there's a reason even Democrats didn't pick her, ever get her above 3-4% in the primary in 2020.
Okay. Now, Donald Trump likability, I mean, it went up after he was shot. The sympathy vote went up. But Donald Trump, the MAGA people and Republicans at tune to 90% love him. Mm-hmm. But the independents don't. And I don't see much of an attempt to win those independents over. Am I wrong?
I think the campaign really is actually pretty focused on that. You saw that with the platform where, they're trying to, and I actually disagree with this a little bit, but, moderate on social issues, do that sort of thing. But, you look at their messaging, I think they're really focused on this economic thing and really, what's gone on the last 4 years. You saw their first ad out of the gate once we knew Kamala was the presumptive nominee. They're tying her to Joe Biden and his record of failure. And I think, that's what they got to do. Take advantage of the fact that Biden was polling so low and try to sink Kamala as well.
Do you guys don't do any polling yourself, do you?
We do. Yeah.
Is that public or internal polling?
We usually go with an outside group like On Message or something like that, but we publicize a lot of it.
And how often do you poll?
Usually right before an election cycle, we do issues, and then we also do. So I would say the last poll we released may have been 6 or 7 months ago. It's been a little bit.
When's the next one coming?
Soon, hopefully. I think we're going to need to see some results.
Yeah, that would be important. All right. We really appreciate it. Mr. Schweppe, thank you very much. And when you get the new polling, please give us a call. We want to analyze it, okay? Thank you.
Would love to. Thank you.
Right.